That's what happens if you don't weld it to the floor. So it is essential that you do. Hello there all YouTubies and tubettes, and welcome back to Retrospect. Spexxy here, and today I'm doing something rather special because today this video isn't all about me. This video is about a friend of mine, and that person is Game-Byte. Yes, Game-Byte is a fantastic creator of scrap mechanic creations. He's also got a YouTube channel he plays other games as well, so go check him out. Awesome YouTuber, awesome creator. And today is about his creations, which you can see some of these things around me. I'm going to show you them in detail, and Game-Byte will be with me today as well to explain some of these, because trust me, I am not the cleverest person when it comes to scrap mechanic, and Game-Byte has some ideas and is very good with logic, which is something I am not. So I'm going to let him explain some of these creations. He's going to turn his mic on now. Excuse the parrots, because there are wild parrots where Game-Byte is, and we can't do anything about it, so you will hear parrots in the background. But don't worry about that, you will still hear Game-Byte and me, and we will explain these creations, fantastic creations, to you.
Absolutely no parrots were harmed during the making of this video. The squawks that you hear are those of pure joy, and in no way related to acts of mild torture, persistent and slightly annoying prodding with a pointy stick, or humiliating name-calling of any kind.
Hi there Game-Byte, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine.
Okay, so...
How are you?
I'm fine, yeah, all good. So today is about you. So we have some creations here that you've created. First one here, as we can see, is a piston engine. I think I can see roughly how it works. I mean, you've got thrusters there, you've got bearings, and obviously that's going to turn around. I get it. I would think I would find it a bit complicated to actually make something like this, but it looks pretty cool. So go on then, switch it on, let's see how this goes. And you can explain it if you want to explain in a bit more detail, but let's turn it on.
You see this? There's a clutch right here which just starts the engine, and then once the sensors hit the top, thrusters just bounce off, and it happens too fast.
Well, it happens very fast, but pretty cool design nonetheless. I mean, it's smooth, and that's the thing that I noticed straight away. I mean, scrap mechanic's not the smoothest game, but that is very smooth. Yeah, I like it. It's very simple. Kinda, but complicated at the same time, if that makes sense. It's sleek and it looks good, and I like the way when you switch it off as well, because I did do this earlier, and it all sort of clamps back in, and that little stopper prevents it from going, and it slows down. Look at that. That's awesome. So that's the first creation. We started with the I would say the simplest. It's probably not, but there are more impressive creations to see. So we're going to move on. And we're going to move on to this one. Now, those of you who have seen Game-Byte's videos, or there have been other YouTubers that have shown this also. This is, and I think I'm going to try and pronounce it correctly, is a hwacha. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a kind of a weapon on wheels. I believe it was an ancient weapon at one point, and this is based on that. But this is using thrusters and a whole set of controls, sensors, and you can see there's modded parts here. So those of you who haven't got the modded pack, unfortunately this is not a creation you can try. If you have mods, however, I would suggest giving this a go, because this again is an awesome creation. I'm going to let Game-Byte show you how it works, because last time I tried, all havoc broke loose and these things went everywhere, and some of them went nowhere, and it was a bit of a failure. So I'm going to let him walk us through it, and he'll show us how it works.
So if you come here,
I'm coming. Yep.
You see these sensors.
Yes, I do.
Beforehand, when I tried it, all of them just shooted at once. But now with these, you just they'll just all launch at different timings, because there's an arm which activates the sensor.
Oh, an arm swings in front of them.
That's how it works.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So that way they just don't go all at once. Which is the hwacha. They go at different times.
Okay.
So hop on one of the seats.
Yeah.
We got a laser to aim.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
We have full WSAD driving. We can turn, and we can lower the hwacha by 1 notch.
Okay.
Or you press one more button. but 2 notches, so we can
Okay.
just level it. And then before we shoot, we just gotta remove these red blocks right
Oop.
here.
The ones next to the arrows or the bolts. Yeah, we probably
Yeah,
need to get
I
on
think
a
we
lift.
should. We should.
Get a- You set the
We should.
target, and I'll remove the blocks.
You should rotate it, or else you'll just shoot on the other objects.
I should what? Sorry.
You should rotate it, maybe that way.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, we don't want to shoot it over
Yeah.
that way. Yes, I get what you mean now. I wasn't really paying attention there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, I'll delete the blocks,
I'll
and if you
just-
set up the targets, we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
So as you see, you remove
Those-
these little blocks here. They're like the red blocks with the stripes on. And each one of these is connected to a bearing. And what that means is that we can control it once these are deleted because of the bearing glitch. There's a glitch where if you connect controllers and switches to objects that are on a bearing and then delete the bearing, you will still have control of those items until you change the state of the item by adding or deleting bricks from it after. So these arrows now become independent objects of their own. However, they are still controlled by the main vehicle because of that glitch. So I believe it was probably another one of Brent Batch's finds. So he has found most of the glitches, but it works pretty well. And this is how you make remote control vehicles and things like that as well. So that is how this works. I'm going to jump back up there. Hold on, if I can. I can. Oh, missed it. Oh, come on. Here we go. Yes, Simon.
And now,
Okay.
as you can see, the targets are near.
They
So
are near.
That's where you can. That's where you can just lower the Hawacha, so that
Yeah.
the arrows don't just pass through. And now I
So
think
you're
we're good
aiming
to
it
go.
down. How's the laser sight showing?
Yeah.
Is that showing we're okay?
The laser cannot go through. Yeah, and I think we gotta lower it one more notch. Because
Okay, let's try it.
yeah,
Okay.
and we're good to go. We're gonna launch in 3, 2, 1.
And there they go. See, arrows shooting out. Because of the friction in the game, they do get stuck somewhat from time to time. We might need to wobble it around a bit to get them to go, but they do go.
Yeah.
Normally. There you go. There's another. It's a little unpredictable, but that's just the game. Yeah, we can take the targets down the easy way. Let's just run them over. If you can't shoot the enemy, drive over them. It always works.
Yeah.
But yeah, check it out for yourself. It is
Yeah.
pretty cool. I know it probably wasn't the best demonstration in the world, but hey, that's what you need to download it and try it for yourself for. Okay guys, so this is the next creation, and you may have seen this on some other YouTube channels. This is Game-Byte's bike simulator game. It's kind of like an arcade game, and we're going to show it in all its glory, because you may have seen it on other channels, but you may have seen it with just blue on these screens. In ours, it's going to be full Technicolor, and that is because we're using the DERF mod. If you want to see it like this, you will need to have the DERF mod installed, because that is what gives you these colours on the logic blocks. As all these walls are made up of independent logic gates, as you can see, and all of those are controlled from within the control centre, which is next door in this little room here. And there is a lot going on in here that I wouldn't even try to start to understand, because this isn't my bag. I'm not good with logic. I'm just getting to grips with it. I think Game-Byte's going through some of it with me. I'm kind of getting the hang of it, but it's a very slow process for me. Whereas Game-Byte, he seems to be a wizard with these kind of things. So I'm going to let him explain a little bit of what these things do. And yeah,
Yep.
so
The first thing is the random trees. If you play the game, you might see trees are random, and that's
Yeah.
because I use this and I use this thing.
okay, interesting.
So these kind of randomize each and
Okay,
every
I
tree
get it.
that's
So
coming
the
out.
trees go in front of the sensors, and the sensors produce the picture on the logic gates, correct? And because they
There
are
two
turning,
speeds,
they create random. I get
Yeah.
you. I get it. Even I get
and
that.
then there are there are two speeds on the simulator. So this is the second speed. actually creates
much
a-
faster.
Actually creates the vision of the trees being faster.
Yeah, they're much faster. It seems to be, yes.
Yep. So
Okay,
this is
so
the
let's
first time
see
I'm
how this
randomizing.
game actually plays in. I think the idea then, if I'm right, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but on this floor here, this represents 3 lanes of a road. And on each lane you get traffic, and you will see when I start moving, you get little lines and then bigger blocks and bigger blocks. The big blocks are like trucks, the medium-sized ones are like cars, and the little ones just look like barriers. I don't know, are they barriers? Or what are they? The little
They're like
one-liners.
cycles,
Or cycles or something like that. Okay.
motorcycles.
Okay, so as I say, when I move this thing, you will see on the floor there, those little grey marks on the floor. They're lighter than the floor, you can see them. They are what I need to try and avoid. As you see, I've got a score of 6 at the moment. If I zoom out and look at this from above, it makes it much easier to play, I found. Because you can see the whole playfield in one go. Although I still didn't get much of a good score last time I tried it. But I'm going to try again. See if I can see my score at the same time. I can. Oh, I had 20 something there for a second. What's your highest score, by the way? Since it's your game.
Mine is about 42.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say much higher than that.
Actually, the game kind of glitches out. This, by the way, this scoreboard was made by Brent.
Brent
And
helped
it
with the
was
score.
just
That doesn't surprise
Yeah,
me.
and this, and this was in its very early stage, so
Okay.
that's why it may glitch out. But yeah,
Okay.
every
score-
time you hit a car,
Yeah, the score goes down.
the scoreboard, yeah, the score gets down by -5.
Okay.
And you see on the screen, if you hit the car, it'll flash red on the lane.
Yes, it does. It flashes on the lane to show you you've hit it. So,
Yeah.
pretty cool design. I mean, how did you come up with the idea? I mean, to do this in Scrap Mechanic is kind of like crazy. Who would think of making something like this in the game that wasn't designed for this? You know, this is not what the game was made for. Oh, hang on. Did my score 88 then? 90 something? So that's got to be glitching, and it's got to
Yeah.
be glitching.
Yeah.
Either that or I'm the best
Isn't
player in the world. I don't think that's true. But as you see, so this is pretty damn cool. I mean, for me, I wouldn't even know where to start. I mean, it doesn't just work well, it looks pretty as well, which is awesome. So, I mean, yeah, amazing. But this isn't the most amazing. I think we've got something else to show as well, which is, as you can see, a hell of a lot bigger, and it is a hell of a lot more impressive. The control room in this thing is, it makes that one look tiny. It makes that one look simple nearly. This control room is crazy. Okay, and this is what I meant by a little bit more complicated. I mean, look at this. Where do you begin with this? I mean, this is just crazy, isn't it? Go on, you're going to have to walk us through it because I haven't got a clue.
So this part right here, it just chooses the difficulty. Yeah, by the way, this track has 5 different difficulties,
Okay.
and these, so there are like ramps and there are like spinning obstacles. So they get faster and faster with the difficulty.
Okay.
This one here,
Yeah.
this one is a race winning chooser. I mean, the one which hits the center first wins, and this one was held by Lego Freak, if you
Okay.
know him.
Yeah, I do.
He made the starting point. Like when you get ready for a race, you hit 2 buttons. I'll show you that.
Yeah.
And we'll
So let's
just go
pop
out right
outside
now.
and we can see what you mean by the game has 5 settings, because that's pretty impressive for starters. So we've got ride in the park, let's warm up, a challenge, serious run, and don't try it. I'm guessing the don't try it is the hardest. It sounds like it, and a ride in the
Yeah.
park being the easiest. And when you
Yep.
press these, you will see the little light comes on, and it shows you the colours for the difficulty settings. So we go from the green at the top to the red at the bottom for danger. So we'll try it on a ride in the park, I think, first. Yes. I've
Yeah.
already got the car in there, and this, by the way, uses Durf's jump car, which you will see one set up down here. I've only got the one in at the moment. I don't know if we should try an actual race with 2 of us, because the lag we're experiencing at the moment might
Yeah.
prevent us from doing that. I
Server
think-
lag is so real. I
do
think
do
we
you
should
want
only
to do you
demonstrate
want to
it.
drive, or do you want me to have a go? It's up to you.
No, I think you should have a go.
Okay, I'll have a go. By the way, I was getting good at that last
So-
jump over there.
Yeah. So these are the ready buttons you see.
I see them,
When you
one on
click
either
this-
side. Yes.
When you click it,
Yep.
you see the ready green light there.
Yes.
And then with the When
On
the
the
other
other
guy
side.
clicks it,
Okay, yeah.
yep, then there will be a timer, and then these latches you see will open, and you just gotta shoot off. So I'm just gonna click it right now.
Okay. And if I'm right, this just tries
And
normally, but the one key jumps, yes?
yep, and
And I'm off. And a good start as well.
that's a perfect start.
Perfect start, I like it. No, come on, let's get over there. No! And we're gonna go again. This time, gotta. Oh, what? Only an evil person would make something this cruel. It's got to be about like take 10. Let's go. Oh no, no! I hit the wall. Yeah, it's got to do it. It's got to do it. There you go. Right over the top.
Come on. Perfect.
There you go. Right, I'm going in forwards. Here we go.
Yep.
Yay.
Perfect. And the one to hit the sensors first
Yeah, I know.
wins.
Got to get through there first. It only just fits. That's the problem. And we are in.
Yep.
Now, if that was two people,
And
obviously the first one to come in would
Yeah.
get the green light, and that would
Yeah,
show
you
you
see
who the
I'm-
winner is.
I'm hitting the sensor, but it's not coming because the
Oh
winner
yeah,
is red.
because I've already done it. Yeah, I get that.
And this is the reset button.
And that's the reset button to make it go back down, yeah? Okay. So that's pretty cool. I mean, we won't try it two-player because the amount of lag we're getting just on single
Yeah.
player is enough. I don't think we need any more.
And I think we should show them the don't try difficulty. I mean,
Yeah, we
of
don't
course you want to see
necessarily
the difference.
Should we see the difference in it? Not necessarily drive round it, but
Yeah.
we can show what the difference
No.
is in the speed. Or do you want me to try and drive it?
Yep.
I'll try and drive it. So let's go to the don't
yep.
try it. And I've just put that on now. So let's go back inside.
And
We'll
now
see.
you'll see the height of the ramp and the speed of the obstacles.
Ah, the speed's gone up. Yeah, everything's a little bit tougher. So let's get
Yep.
the car back, which is there. Which way round have I got it? Is that the right way? That's the right way. And I'm going to put it back here.
There's a lift icon
There's a
right
placer on the floor. There we go. And then I can remove my lift, jump in.
And
I'll
I'll
press
hit the
my
ready
button.
button.
Okay.
And I'll press mine. And we're good to go.
Here we go. I'm not looking forward to this. Let's go. And straight away into a tree. And that wasn't even, you know, I've hit the thing that didn't
Yeah,
have a
that's-
difficulty. I hit the tree. There was no difficulty setting with the
Yeah.
tree. Yeah,
The
I'm
thing
over.
is,
Kinda.
and now you see this one is going so fast.
Oh yeah, it's a lot faster. So I'm gonna try. Yep, let's try over that one. That's not that bad.
That was one hell of a jump.
It's the corners that
And
get
now,
me.
yeah, the suspension glitch.
Okay, so. Oh, that glitched
Oh
out.
my god.
What happened
Yep.
to the car?
I don't know.
Right, let's go again then. So.
And now you see this one is so fast.
Yeah.
But you
but
made it in the
straight
first go.
through. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
And now this
now-
one is at a higher height. You see?
Yep. So we're gonna go. There you
That's
go,
making our-
straight through.
Yep. That was one. And now you see the balls. This is what happens.
Now,
with
this
the
is what I
higher
meant the
difficulty.
first time. The balls, they start spinning at the higher settings, and they get in your way a lot more. So, oh, can't even get it.
Yeah, but I'll just position it. Yeah, I'll just position it.
Come on. Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
good. Yeah, let's go.
And you stop. Oh, that was so cool. You
Yeah,
seem to
I'm
go
over.
faster in the higher difficulty.
Yeah. I don't get that.
But now
yeah,
this one, I gotta take it on the lift again.
I'm getting this first time. This is first time.
Yep.
Let's go.
We get it.
Yeah, that's got to be
Yeah,
it.
you got it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put me on the floor, but I did the jump. I
Yep.
can't get off the
I'll
post.
take you.
Yeah.
I'll take you. Seems like after trying so many times, you just got in the higher difficulty.
Yeah, I'm not normal. See, higher difficulty seems easier for me.
But yeah.
And we are
And
home.
then
There we
bam.
go. So that's kind of how it works. It's impressive. I like the trees. They're a good addition. It's kind of like a little park in here. So yeah, another thing then, if you want to try this, like Game-Byte said, you will need the mods from IKO 7's assets pack. But again, there's some pretty cool things in there with the trees and the like. He's also got some additional blocks and other parts. So yeah, it's another good mod worth having. So yeah, if you want to try this out, you will need those. But another cool creation by Game-Byte. But we have something else to show you, and this is something that we've worked on together because when I first met Game-Byte, I think he came into my world and see a couple of things I was doing. I saw, I think, a car or something he was making. I can't remember what it was. And he's lent me a hand quite a few times now on a weld tool when I've needed it. And we've come up with something that is pretty damn awesome, and it's hiding around here. This was something I was working on, and Game-Byte joined my world, and we turned it into something a little bit more special than it looked at the time. So I was trying to make a trampoline, and what I made, or what we made I should say, is this, which I'm calling the Bounce. It is the first of its kind because it's a Thrustoline, not a trampoline, and it has level settings on it, so you can have different settings. You can have the level 1, you can have level 2, you can have level 3, you can have level 4 by putting the 1 and the 2 together, you can have level 5 by putting the 1 and the 3 together, you can have level 6, correct? 6, am I up to 6 already?
Yep.
Yep, by having the 2 and the 3 together, and you can have full whack, which is all of them together, which if you see the amount of thrusters that are in this thing, yeah, it's got some push with that. And these logic gates
You'll
under
have the
here,
idea.
yeah, I think you get the general gist. These logic gates under here control everything. I'll just show you the spider web. It is pretty busy, let's say, and colourful.
Yep.
And let's just explain then, by turning it off first, how this thing works. So you see the thrusters underneath. Well, at the top here we have a sensor bar. And that sensor bar, when we step on there, will see us because it's set the distance for the platform here. And when it sees us, the thrusters will be triggered. Now, they are on suspension at the side here, and that will allow them to push up, but then they will push back down again, and the whole process starts again, creating like a bouncy platform. So we'll try it on level 1, and you'll see how it works. Game-Byte's going to get on there and just demonstrate for us, and I'll watch him.
Yep.
And as you
This
see,
is level 1.
that's level 1, and you bouncing up and down. I'll turn it up to level 2. So as you can see, it's got a little bit higher, not
a
much,
bit higher.
but a little bit higher. Now
Yep.
level 3. And again, now he's higher than
Yeah.
the letters now. So he's jumping way up in the air. And we'll try level 4. Higher again.
And
Yeah, a lot higher on that one. Try and stay in there. And now on level 5, which is way in the sky.
I can
Level
almost see the trees in my racetrack.
6. And the final
Yeah.
level 7, which is full whack, which, look at that. I mean,
And just cut out.
And
That
out.
is so awesome.
I'm getting in. I'm getting
Yep.
in. Oh, yeah,
Also,
see,
also the sound. Yep, and the sound
Yep.
was also awesome. It just creates the feel of bounce.
yeah, we do have to feel it bounce. Now, the sound you won't hear that much in a moment because I've got my sound turned down. Just let me turn that up a little bit for you guys so you can hear it because it's down a little bit too low at the moment. So I'm going to go in the options here. I'm going to turn my sound up just a little bit on effects. I believe that'll be the one. And there you go. You can hear it now. Like that bounce. It's like a boing. And it's doing that because on these side here we have these tote bot heads. And there are 4 different independent sounds that they are playing. but they're playing them all together, and it creates this like mix. And we've got one that's on kick 4, we've got one that's on miscellaneous 3, one that's on miscellaneous 2, I believe, yes, and the other one on kick 3, yes, one on kick 3, one on kick 4, one on miss 3 and one on miss 2. And together they make that lovely sort of boinging noise, which sounds like you're bouncing on a trampoline. You kind of almost hear the springs. Yeah, it's good sound. So we thought this was pretty impressive, as it is, but it isn't all that big. So Game-Byte sort of gave me the idea of what to do with this thing, and we said we might try and make it a little bit larger. So I learnt what I learned from Game-Byte with the logic blocks, and using what he had, I managed to weld together a few of these to make a much bigger one, which you will see round here. Now, this isn't the bounce, this is the bouncy bounce, because it's a lot bigger, so it's extra bouncy. And you will notice that on the side there is this little red block on a pipe. Now, this is what you are going to need to weld this thing to the floor, because if you don't weld this to the floor, well, I could demonstrate, in fact I will, I'll demonstrate, and you will see what happens. If you don't weld this to the floor, we'll turn it to full power for this, and hope it doesn't land in the arena.
I have you on the lift. Yep.
This happens. That's what happens if you don't weld it to the floor. So it is essential that you do. So there you go. As I said, Game-Byte's always there when you need him. He had that on a lift. So this is what you do. So you grab the creation, you bring it into your world, and you'll notice this little red block. So by placing a block on the floor, and I will just take this out of here. Let's get a block. Just a wooden block will do. Any block will do. Let's get a block and we'll place it. Oh, you've already done it. That's cool. And then you get your weld tool, and then you can weld the side of that block to the side of this one. And you have to get out of the way because it is rather a large creation, and sometimes it's hard to get out of its space. There we go. And weld it to the floor, and that is how you get it in your world welded so that it can work without spinning off in the air like you saw earlier on in the video. So again, this now will work without doing that. If you jump on it now, you will notice it stays where it is, and we go up and down in the air as we want to without that creation flying off without us. So that is how you do it if you needed to know. So yeah, we are going to test it out now. We're going to try it with a few different things and see how it goes. The same principle works. It's got the settings again, all the same. You get 7 levels of bounce. And yeah, the same thing. So we'll go straight up to the top level now because we've seen how the thing works. So we kind of know what it does. This one has got, this one's got 2 sensor bars because one couldn't see the whole way across. Yeah. So I needed a second one. So this time I put them at the sides because I couldn't put them at the back or the front. And they just nicely tucked away at the sides. Now you might find when you play on this, if you're playing with a friend, that if you land at the wrong time, one of you trips the sensor and the other one lands, and then you block the sensor and it won't bounce up and down. Yep. But if one of you jumps off when it does that, then what will happen then is you will reset it. So if we can actually demonstrate, I'm not sure we will be able to, so let's try it. It's probably going to be harder to do when you want to do it than when you don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's so true.
Let's try something else on it. I want to try some of the mods, some of the balls. Let's put some of the balls on this. Where are
yeah,
they?
balls are great.
Yeah, we've got the beach ball, we'll have a bowling ball, we'll have a football, and we'll have a basketball, and American football. Yeah, we'll have
put it all here.
Okay, so the beach ball, we have a bowling ball there. Is this thing on, by the way? No, it's off.
No, I've turned it off.
I was going to say,
yeah, otherwise it would.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the basketball and the American football. Any more blocks? You've got any more spaces? Yeah, we have. We'll have the.
We have one. Yeah, one.
Yeah, we'll have that one. Yeah.
And then we just kind of turn it on.
Yeah, I think we're turning on now. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
There you go.
Isn't this fun?
There we go. That's got it going.
Yep. This is awesome.
So the idea came about because I'd looked at my jumping frog, and I thought, I wonder if I can make something that works in the opposite way. So instead of having a creation that you jump in, having a creation that makes you jump would seem to be the logical thing to do. Don't ask me why, but yeah, it was born. The Thrustoline, the bouncy bounce. Okay, so you will find this creation along with all the other creations in this video on the workshop. Now, a couple of them will be in my workshop, and that is the Thrustolines here, and you will find all the others in Game-Byte's workshop. Now, don't forget to check out his workshop because he's got some other cool builds on there, and also check out his YouTube channel. He doesn't only do Scrap Mechanic, he does do other games, and it's a pretty cool channel. So go check him out, subscribe, view, do what you got to do, slap that thumbs up when you're on there, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, then why not spank the hell out of that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe for more retrospects. And until next time, from me and from Game-Byte, see you soon, and bye for now.
Bye bye.